Hello, hello, hello. We are going live right now so that it gives time for all of you to come on in the room. Come on in the room. So we're just gonna jam for a second, I'm gonna go ahead and lip sync for my life while I'm waiting on you. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Wednesday. We are going live on Wednesday this week because, I had a previously scheduled event on yesterday. So I could not be there and then live with you at the same time. I mean, I probably could have, but might have got in a little trouble. Just a little. Yeah, honey. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Giving you guys time to come in the room. We are live midday makeover with Beauty by Miss B. She be me, I be her. Okay? One entity of it. We have several different facets of this salon, as you all know. As you all know. Okay. If you are unfamiliar, then you might want to get familiar because we about to hit you real hard in a little while. So go ahead and get yourself familiar with the likings of Beauty by Miss B Salon Studios. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in the room. We have one more minute, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed. Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, she's gorgeous too, by the way. She went with a smoky eye on today. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to pull in close so you can see. We got some good lighting here. Hi, Kiosha. We got some good lighting here so you can see my lashes. Yeah, honey. Look at, go ahead, look at, take a gander. Listen, see, she cute. She stay cute. Now, that cute game is very strong, okay? The cute game is strong. You want to get those lashes? You can get those lashes. If you're in the Atlanta area, you can get those lashes. These are mink lashes. You can get those by a young lady by the name of Emisha Wheaton, and her business is Minked by Misha. Minked by Misha. You can go on my personal page, and she's one of my friends, or you can just look her up yourself. Minked by Misha. Emisha Wheaton. She's an awesome, awesome, awesome lash technician. So she'll get you slayed and laid, girl. Get you slayed and laid in the place. Okay, so it is now 3 and 3 Eastern, 2 Central. And those of you who are here, welcome, welcome, welcome to Midday Makeover with Beauty by Miss B. Hello, hello, hello. I missed you on yesterday. I wanted to get to you on yesterday, but like I said before, we had some previously scheduled events that I just could not appear to. So here we are on a Wednesday. So at the end of this, I'm going to take a poll and see who would rather have the Wednesday versus a Tuesday. So we could do midday or midweek makeover. Whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, we can do that. But like I said, hello, welcome to our segment. I believe this is the 4th one. I think it's the 4th one. But in any case, these are, I'm loving these. You know what I'm saying? Now, hopefully you are too, because, we're doing both makeup, some fun stuff, but we're also doing, having conversations like we're going to have today. A very, I believe, necessary conversation, because it's something that for some reason, I've been having this conversation for the last few days with several different people in 7 different facets, you know, and gatherings. So apparently it's something that's really, really happening right now. And it's a question that is being posed all over the place. And that is, what are you scared of? What are you scared of? And when I say that, I say that in a sense, like not fear, not like, oh, I'm scared, like, you know, the it clown or something, you know what I mean? Or a black cat walking across you. It's fear as in your gift and who you and what you have, like your talents and stuff, your business sense, your inventions, and your songs that you have written and haven't, you know, put to wax, or, you know, that instrument that you bought years ago and you haven't picked it up yet. You know, you haven't taken any steps towards you know, getting the lessons or whatever the case. What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? You know, like I said before, and then, you know, Pastor Reggie in Chicago, he says this all the time, that we can't live life alone. So I know that there are people that's in your immediate circle that can, you know, kind of encourage you or pour into you or esteem you and kind of lift you up and give you that oomph, you know, to kind of catapult you into going in that right direction. But sometimes, more often than not, we get in our own way. We stop ourselves. You know, we overthink it. I know me, I used to be so overly analytical to where I would try to make something grand or something huge make sense in my small mind. So I would try to, with my small mind and my small thinking, I would really try to, you know, make sense of it. And it's not, you will never be able to do that. It's always going to be something that will stop you and that will hinder you or slow you down or make you even convince yourself that you cannot do it. You know, I get on my girls here, and where, you know, sometimes the saying, well, you know, I haven't done that, or I, you know, I'm not comfortable with that. My thing is this, and this is what I tell them all the time, like, you will always be saying that until you put yourself to work, until you try it, until you know, become familiar with it. If you do not, then you will always say, you know, I'm not used to this, or I'm not comfortable with this, or I've never done this. All of us at some point in our lives have never done something. But it wasn't until you actually did it that you can then say, oh, I've done that. You know what I'm saying? So now that you've done it and you can see what the outcome is, or you can see whether, you know, where you can, you know, grow, or whether you can get better, or where you know, if you're good and whatever the case, you can kind of gauge where you are and then determine how much more practice you need to have and this and then the third. It's just a matter of doing it. Doing it. I put a post up the other day about pretty much saying success would come if we really all just realize that what you need to be successful, you already have. We always make excuses for why we aren't where we want to be. We always make it, well, I don't have the, you know, I need to do some more. I need to make some more money. I need to get my credit up. You know, I need to get myself a car. I need to get my own place, and then I'll do this. Or I need to go back to school before I can open this business. I need to, you know, all kind of stuff. When I tell you, we, for some reason, can come up with a billion reasons as to why we can't. But for some reason cannot fathom or even create a reason as to why we can. We are already equipped with every single thing that we need to execute and walk into our dreams. Already. First, it starts here. It has to start here. Because once you think it, used to say this all the time. If you sow a thought, S-O-W, if you sow a thought, you'll reap an action. If you sow an action, you'll reap a habit. If you sow a habit, you'll reap a lifestyle. And if you sow a lifestyle, you'll reap a destiny. Okay? But it first starts with a thought. If you change your mind, change that mind, shift your paradigm. See yourself how because we train ourselves to see ourselves without. For some odd reason, we have really programmed ourselves to see ourselves without. How much more effort do we have to put forth to program ourselves to see ourselves with? To program ourselves to see ourselves where we want to be. If you see yourself like visually, like in your mind, if you can see yourself where you want to be, man, listen, will nobody be able to stop you? Will nobody be able to hinder you? I'm telling you, because once you got it made up in your mind here, I don't care what your physical earthly situation is. Everything around you has to bow down to what you have already set in your mind that's going to happen. Everything. When I started out this project to get this salon open, it started off with ideas. I wrote it down. That's another thing. And everybody is, they're real big on vision boards. You need to write your vision. Write your vision. You know, those in the body of Christ know, write the vision. Habakkuk, write the vision, make it plain. Write it up on tablets. Write it down. Get it out of you and get it out of your mind and put it on paper. Make it tangible. Make it something in black and white so that you can see it. And when you do that, put it before you every single day. Because now you're creating a habit. You're drilling this vision in your own mind. You're drilling this vision in your own heart, in your own gut, in your own spirit, in your own, body. You're drilling this. And so once you drill this and it's in there, it's embedded, it's packed in there, then every motion, every move that you make will lead to this vision. Everything that you choose, everything that you say, everything that you think, everything that you attach yourself to, even your friends, even the family members that you choose to be around on a constant basis, I guarantee you, everything will have to line up with where you're trying to go. And then don't mess around and put it on the timeline. Now, it's one thing to write that joker down. It's another thing to say when you gonna have it done. Man, listen. Because I wrote that thing down in December of 2016. And I said that by May 1st, 2017, something is going to happen. I'm opening the door to my new space. Not just opening the door, but actually open for business. Now, the logical mind would have been like, wait a minute. Because you're at a location right now. You're paying rent for your location right now. You're paying utilities for your location right now. You still have to buy inventory. You still have to do this and then the third for your current space. These are all facts. So how in the world are you going to do that, keep that up, and then open up something else and be able to close that one and then open this one for business? For business. Not just open it and then you got to go through the hiring process. No. Open for business. So May 1st, 2017, if somebody walk up in there and get their head and want their hair done, guess what? They're going to get it done May 1st. That's what I said in December 2016. So we wrote it down, wrote that thing down, detail for detail. Okay. I didn't even have the facility, this location locked in. I didn't even have it locked in. I didn't know if it was going to be for sure. I didn't know what the people was going to, I didn't know. I had no idea. It was not until January or the beginning of February did I know for sure that this place was available. It wasn't until then. But I planned for something to be available. Didn't know what, didn't know when, didn't know where. But I knew that something was going to have to give. Something was going to have to give because I wasn't going to renew in the previous place that I was at. Okay. It was a smaller space. I needed to expand. I wanted a larger staff. I wanted to be a full service operation. So that means I needed to have, booths and sections and areas for these different people. Okay. So, and even in the planning process, I contacted the people who I wanted to work with. No, we didn't do an open call. No, we didn't do a hiring process. No, we didn't do a blast, for a job and this and the third. Every single person who is in here right now was literally hand-picked. Hand-picked. I called them. I shared the vision with them. And they saw what I saw. And when they saw what I saw, they were hyped and excited just like I was. That's what I mean about surrounding yourself with those people who have the same feeling and excitement as you do about the vision. That's one of the holdbacks. That's one of the setbacks for some of us. Because like I said before, when you're working on your vision, you're working on your purpose, you have to decide, you have to do things very calculated. I say it like this. I do everything on purpose, in purpose. So there's not one decision that I make. There's not one conversation that I have that doesn't have a purpose behind it. There's a reason for everything that I do. Everything. There's a reason for every conversation. There's a reason for every book that I open. There's a reason for every site that I view. There's a reason for every text that I send. There's a reason. There is a reason, a strategic, serious reason for all of it. There's a reason. Okay. So I say that to say, if you don't surround yourself with people who are going to be as excited for you, I'm telling you now, those same ones who seem as though they're for you will be the very ones to try to slow you down for whatever number of reasons. Envy, some people just sabotage whatever. Some people just self-sabotage. It's so many different reasons. Don't nobody want to see you. They want you to do well, just not better than them. But here's the thing. This is the catch. If they were to support you like they should support you, then there's room enough for everybody. But people don't understand that. So when early on in your vision, planning for your vision, for the execution of your vision, if you know and if you see that somebody is already trying to block you, there's a decision that needs to be made right then and there. You can love people, especially family. You can love them, but sometimes it's best to love them from a distance. Because there's a transference of negativity from one person to the next. Have you ever talked to somebody and you're in the best of moods? You're just high in energy. You just in a wonderful mood, feeling good, looking good, smelling good, the whole nine. And you talk to somebody who always is down about something negative. You looking at the situation, the glass half full. They not only is their glass half empty, it's doggone near empty. Okay. So let them tell it. It's just, there's nothing good in life. It's always something going on, But when they talk to you, by the end of that conversation, you feel down too. You drain. You know, those are the ones that I'm talking about. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. You cannot, when you're in the vision and planning process, you know, you cannot surround yourself with people who are just going to drain the life out of you. You can't do it. You can't do it. You have to surround yourself, like I said, everything in purpose and on purpose. Everything in purpose and on purpose. Hi, Angela. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and share, guys. Those of you who are in here, go ahead and share. Share. You know, because it's a message that I think everybody needs to hear. You know, when you're planning something, especially something near and dear, I always say, this is my baby. You know, this is my baby. So if I have a dream and a passion to do something, then you want, and with the baby, you care for that baby, you nurture that baby, you develop that baby, you feed, you incubate that baby. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing that for your own baby, then whomever you give your child to, for those parents who are out here, if you give your child to someone, and you know, in your absence, you expect that person to care for them as you would. You expect them to do for your child and love and care and protect and nurture and all of that stuff for your baby the same way you would. That's what I mean about surrounding yourself with people who would treat your vision as if you treat the same way you treat your vision. Okay? Everybody can't go. I'm gonna say that one more time. Everybody cannot go with you where you going. I think our dear friend MC to the Hammer learned it the hard way. Because he tried, when he got on in the music industry, he came hard, too legit, you know, can't touch this, all that. he came in banging and swinging. But he brought on 11 of all of his people and tried to employ everybody. He tried to bring everybody on. And it wasn't long after that my man started doing infomercials. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with infomercials, but come on, man. Like, how you come from the biggest star, one of the biggest stars in the music industry in that era, during that time, to now you have absolutely nothing to show for it because of who you decided to bring along the ride with you. Unbelievable. I could see if it was you. I could see if I jacked my own self up. But you broke because of who you had with you. You broke because you tried to pay everybody. You wanted everybody to come with you. Everybody ain't ready, sis. Everybody can't go, bruh. You can't carry everybody with you. It's just impossible. You would love to take care of everybody. You would love to bring everybody along for the ride. But everybody's just not there. And we got to be okay with that. We got to be okay with that. Because come hell or high water, guess who's going to accomplish their goal? You. You are. You are. I'm telling you now, you have to be so hell-bent that come hell or high water, I am going to reach my goal. That is very correct. Not all have the same goals or the dreams as you. And they don't. And so it's just wisdom to link with those who have the same goals so you all can journey this thing together. Not only that, wisdom is also surrounding yourself with those who are where you're trying to go. That's wisdom. Connect with people who are right now, currently, where you're trying to go. You have to. Because once they take you under their wing, you get to learn everything if they're not selfish. Okay? Because again, some people want you to do well, but they don't want you to do better than them. You know what I mean? But connect yourself with those who can teach you, who can mold you, who can train you. Connect yourself with those who are where you're trying to go. And when you do that, and when you learn the ins and outs of whatever area that you're looking to enter, guaranteed. And be teachable. Man, be teachable. Be trainable. I guarantee you, I would have not been where I am now. And let me tell it, I still got leaps and bounds to go. You know what I mean? But you cannot reach goals thinking you know everything. Because if you know everything, number one, two things would happen. Number one, you would already be where you're trying to go if you actually knew what you think you know. Number two, if you know everything and you link with someone who is where you're trying to go, and then they tell you or give you advice or whatever, and you refuse to listen, my question to you would be, why did you even waste their time in the first place if you weren't going to listen to what they had to say? This world is a plethora of wisdom, a plethora of understanding and knowledge, but you gotta be the one to go out there and get it. Also, that was a segue to this. When you do link with people, just because they are well knowledgeable in this area, that don't mean that you get to sit back and chill and watch them work. Because I'm gonna be looking at you like, you gonna do some work today? Because I'm the type of person that I'm gonna move as long as you moving. But as soon as you stop and put your feet up, guess what I'm gonna be? Sitting next to you, putting my feet up. I'm not gonna work harder on your dream than you are willing to. And in fact, what that's gonna do is push people away. Like, oh no, you're not for real. You're not ready. So you want us to come on board and do the work for you. But no. Not so, said the cat. Not so. That's not gonna happen. Not at all. You have to put forth that effort. You have to. If you want to receive and you want to see the fullness of that dream coming to pass, you got to do some work. You got to do some work. You have to. When I was doing the salon, I'm telling you now, my hours at the previous location that I was simultaneously working out of, my hours were 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, the average person would be worn out tired by the end of that close of the business day. But what did I do? I locked that door, and came right on over here and started working. Sometimes that required me to be here till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And you know what I did? I dust myself off. I'll go home. I'll take a brief nap, shower, get up, do the whole thing all over again, 7 to 7. But I never, ever, ever, ever got discouraged because I know at the end what's going to come out of it. I know what's going to come out of it. You have to, that knowledge of what's going to come out of this work, that should be your fuel. That should be your fuel. I was in here every single day, painting and hammering and measuring and hanging and all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. Before I even secured and locked down this location, I had purchased every piece of furniture in here. Didn't have the money, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have the money to put it in a storage or whatever the case, because I put every single dollar that I had into this place. So I didn't have any additional money to put to put the furniture into the storage. That is correct. You will only get out what you put in. That is for sure. Just like a bank account. If you don't put no money in there, then what you at the ATM for? You ain't getting nothing out of there. Okay? You gonna get a receipt to say insufficient funds. That's what you gonna get. So what I did was I purchased all the furniture before I secured the location. I purchased every single piece of furniture that's in this place right now. And I did not have the funds to put it in a public storage. But what I do, I have a nice sized kitchen. So I moved my kitchen table up a little closer, So I cut my kitchen in half. And the one half was my salon furniture storage area. It sure was. Oh, we gonna make some compromises. We gonna do some work up in here. I got every single thing. I'm talking about every night for the month of February. I would finish at the salon and I would go and grab this in my car. In my car. So I had shelves and booths and stations hanging out the back, the trunk, stuff sticking out the window. Every night for the month of February, I went and purchased every piece of furniture. Every piece of furniture. You got to do what you got to do. Because if nobody's going to bring this thing to pass, you are. If you don't have a helping hand anywhere, if no one ever gives you a congratulations, if no one ever says, oh, you're doing a wonderful job, if no one ever says, listen, can I lend a hand? You can use my this, or can I give you this, and do you need this? What will you do? Will you stop? Will you give up? I have no give up in me. There's not 1 ounce of give up in this body right here. Not one. I had a very hellish 2 years ago. Okay, the 2 years ago. Now I ain't had it since, but 2 years ago, in this time 2 years ago, it was hellish. Okay, something took place that could have derailed me. Something took place that could have knocked me straight off of my square, and make me have to rethink life and where I'm supposed to be and stuff like this, because that situation is what brought me here to Georgia. So I'm like, okay, I'm here. What do I do with this? Because now I'm here. What do I do with this? What can I do? I could have easily tucked tail and said, you know what? I'm going to be with my people, my family, whatever the case, in Chicago. But I know that was not an option for the girl. I love my home. I love Chicago 100%. But there is nothing there that I would want to come back and have to live again. Love my city. But it was just time for me to go. I was born and raised in Chicago. It was time for me to go. I was tired of it. But it's still in all, I had to figure some stuff out. Do I lay here and be depressed? Do I sit here and be down and out about my life? Or do I get up and use that to be a stepping stone to where I need to go? I had to sit back and be reacquainted with who I was and what I was made of. Who I am and what I'm made of is strong and powerful, baby. Trust. It takes a whole lot to knock me off my square. A whole lot. My hustle game is very strong. I work hard. I am a doer. I do. I don't talk. I do. I've always been that. Always. I was surrounded by doers. From my grandmother to my dad, to my mama, to my aunts. I'm a doer. I have no choice but to be. No excuses. I rid myself of all excuses. Even when I wanted to form my mouth for an excuse. Even when things around here, when I was trying to open up this space, it looked like there was not going to be enough money. It looked like, because my sister and I, we didn't go to a bank. We didn't go to a title loan, nothing. Cash money. which means I had to do a whole lot of curling and a whole lot of sewing in and a whole lot of coloring and a whole lot of cutting to get this done. And close to $20,000 later. Let that sink in. Close to $20,000 later. Cash money. We opened up a salon. On the target date. I'm talking about even during the process. Even during the process. You know, I'm telling you, it was so many different things that showed its head that could have caused us to fall back and say, you know what? This is too much. This is too much. We can't do this. I refuse to let my mouth speak those words. Because if my mouth was to say those words, then my ears would have heard it. And my ears would have actually caused my body and my mind to believe it. And ain't nowhere in the world. If anybody called my phone, you can ask my family. If anybody called my phone with any type of negativity or whatever, I sure did. I hung the phone up. I'll apologize later. But you're not going to put that bad seed and that negativity into my spirit to cause me to feel negative or feel down about this or question whether I can do this or whether I can do that. I'm not trying to hear it right now. This is so not the time. So unless you're going to add to this, unless you're going to help me execute this, then get off my phone. It was just like that. I'm talking about family, friends, foe, neighbor, stranger. It doesn't even matter. I didn't care who it was. Because right now, I made a decision to ingest positivity or nothing at all. You know, I don't take no for an answer, especially when I know it belongs to me. In order for somebody to know what belongs to you, you got to know who you are. You got to know what you have the authority of and what you have the authority to do. Nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm the only one that can do that. I'm the only one that can do that. Me. I'm very, very, very grown. So nobody will ever be able to tell me I can't do this and I can't do that. But I'll guarantee you the one person that can, the only person that can, and that's myself. When I say no to me, then that's what it is. When I say yes to me, then that's what it is. You cannot be afraid to fail. You cannot be afraid to succeed. You cannot be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. You can't. What are you scared of? What is hindering you? What is hindering you? What is blocking you from getting to your next level? What is stopping you? What is stopping you? Another thing that can be a hindrance and a setback for people is a closed mouth. And the Bible talks about how you have not because you ask not. Okay? If you don't say a word, and if you expect folks to read your mind, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's where that calculated, making quality decisions on who to connect with. You will be able to share those things with those people and trust that they're going to handle it and they're going to do right by it. That's what you're going to do. That's what you'll be able to do. So that way it's not just in here. You know what I'm saying? You want to get that out. You want to get that out. And you want to talk to the right people. I believe that I don't believe in hits and misses. I don't believe in the misses. I believe that if you plan properly, you'll hit every time. That's my belief. If you plan properly and if you take the time to, make quality decisions, then I believe that it'll be a hit every single time. And that I know that to be true. I know that to be true. You can't just dart out there. You have to there's a process to this thing. And you have to allow yourself to go through the process, because in the process is character building. In the process is knowledge gained. In the process is patience gained. In the process, you get exactly what you need And you're equipped with exactly what you need to be equipped with, so that once you do reach that level, those things and those attributes that were toughened up, that were exercised and built up, you'll need those for that level. You'll need those in order to sustain in that level. Because it's so many people out here that has reached a certain level, but they don't know how to stay there. They got there, but they don't know how to stay there. They don't know how to stay there. There's a certain ability. There's a certain humility. There's a certain type of integrity that you'll need to stay where you've gotten. You got to stay there. You got to stay there. You gotta, and then learn what you need to learn on that level, and then go up to another level. Always grow. Always move forward. But even in this process right here, in just the birthing stage, or even in the conception of the idea, of the vision, you got to be willing to grow. You got to be willing to purge, unlearn some stuff, and relearn some stuff. And when I say unlearn, I mean those things that you think you know. You got to unlearn them. And you got to refill yourself with the right understanding and the right knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You have to. This thing is, we cannot live this life alone. And in that, it means everything. You cannot be successful by yourself. You cannot forgive by yourself. It's so much stuff in this life. Everything that this life entails, you cannot do it by yourself. You cannot. It's impossible. It's impossible. But alone and by yourself, you can hinder yourself from getting to a whole lot of places. And it's so crazy. You know, the fear of, like I said, the fear of failing. How would you know? How do you know what you will do or won't do? Unless you step out there and do it. The fear of success. You're scared to be in the limelight. You're scared to do well. So you just rather be mediocre right here, when it's in you to go up here. But because you are scared of the success that it might bring. Fear of the fear of coming out of your comfort zone. I don't wanna do any more than what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm good. I've just plateaued. I've leveled out. I'm chilling. I'm on cruise control. That's not good. Because I heard this. It's a minister. He was, may he rest in peace, Dr. Miles Monroe. He was out of the Nassau, Bahamas. Great man. Great man. Oh my goodness. Full of wisdom. But in any case, he taught, and there was a message that he said, where he said the cemetery is one of the wealthiest places on the face of the earth. And the reason that he said that is because in those graves are unwritten books, unwritten songs, unsung songs, unwritten poetry, you know, just so much undone actions. A bunch of purpose just in the ground. A bunch of abilities just in the ground. I plan on, now it's inevitable. I know, you know, we all got our time and we're going to leave here whenever it's our time to go. But I plan on leaving here a completely empty vessel. I don't want nothing in me. So whatever abilities that's planted on the inside of me, whether it's learned or whether it came by God-given, then it needs to leave. I need to put it to work. I need to learn. We are only using probably 10% of what we're made of. Because we're scared. We're scared to get in there. You got to get in there. You got to get in there. And you never know what you will be able to do until you actually get in there and do it. I swear, we got to do it, y'all. We got to do it. And the reason I say that we have to, it's mandatory that we do it, is because our life is not our own. Somebody somewhere is looking to you to be their open door to getting to their next level. Somebody somewhere is looking to you to be that bridge to get them from one point to the other point. But in order for you to be their bridge, you have to have made it to the point where you got to be a bridge. So us not doing what we're supposed to be doing and us not utilizing or underutilizing who we are can cause somebody else to underutilize who they are. That's a lot of pressure. I don't want that pressure on me. I'm just saying. That's way too much. That's way too much. I would feel so bad if my fear stops somebody from getting to where they're supposed to be in life. I would feel so bad. Or my laziness, or my mediocrity, or my lack of enthusiasm, or, you know, where I know I have the tools for somebody, but I refuse to give it up because ain't nobody did nothing for me. So why would I do something? That is what my Uncle Derek would call stinking thinking. It is unbelievable. Guys, we have to really buckle down and get out what's in us to get out. We gotta do it. We're not doing it by aging. Every second of the day, we're aging. At this very moment is the youngest that you'll ever be for the rest of your life. So time is ticking. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with your time? Are we just here and just waiting on the ghost to be given up? You know. Nope. When I leave here and somebody say my name, I want them to say it with a smile on their face. Because I've impacted and imparted into their life. Some way, some shape, some form and fashion. You know. I want that. I want that. And it's not because I'm looking for some type of recognition, because everybody who knows me know I play that background role very good. I will push somebody else out there real quick. I swear I do. And this, even just in this facet right here with the lives and stuff like that, this is so not me. Everybody who knows me know this is not me at all. But I'm doing it because, again, I was listening to a mentor. And the mentor says, okay, we see your pictures. We see your work. You do great, excellent, wonderful, beautiful work. But sometimes the people want to see the person behind the work. You know. And I mean, it helps that, you know, I'm cute and everything, you know. That helps too. Because you can give you something to look at. You know what I mean? You know. Give you something to look at over here. So, but at the same time, it's something that I would not have thought to do. You know, I see everybody else going live, but I see them going live with doing foolish. I'm going to leave that right there. You do what you want to with your life. But when you have a platform such as this, I think you have a responsibility to utilize that platform for greatness, for better, for something so much bigger than us. I really do believe that. I really, really, truly do believe that. We can't be so self-centered that we think that everything is about us. No, you reaching your goal causes someone else to reach theirs. So even if you don't do it for you, do it for the next person. Do it for the next person. You know, we don't know them, and I'm sure we don't feel like we owe them anything, but the fact that you're breathing, the fact that your two eyes are watching me right now, the fact that your two ears are able to hear me right now, the fact that, you know, you're able to have this phone and this, you know, live this life and, you know, get up and walk around and eat food and all of this stuff. The fact that you have the activity of your limbs, the fact that you have life, your heart is pumping. The fact that your mind can conceive what it is that or can process what it is that I'm talking about. That is your green light to go do something with yourself. That's your pass right there. That's your green light. That's your reason. That's your reason. Because you're here. You exist. You exist for a reason. So if you actually sit back and really just think about what it is that you would do. I think I say this all the time too. What would you do if you didn't have to get paid for it? You know, what would you do for free? What skill and talent or even job would you do still, like wholeheartedly, whether you got paid for it or not? If you answer that, then that right there is where your passion lies. That's where your heart is, which is where your treasure is. You know, so if you can do that, and if you can write that down and kind of hone in on that, then I guarantee you that's where your happiness lies. That's where your joy would lie. Right there. Right there. And everything. I don't care if you're living, the thing that you love to do is to make balloon animals or to make slinkies. You know what I'm saying? Yo-yos and whatever the case. Snow cone. If that's what you love to do, then that's what you do. Because there's a need for all of it. Who don't like a snow cone? I like a snow cone. You know, who ain't played with a yo-yo? I done played with, you know what I'm saying? So somebody had to come up with the idea. You had to start somewhere. You had to start somewhere, guys. Come on. We got to really, really, really just do what it is that we're purposed to do and stop being our own blockage. What are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? Don't be afraid. You know, take that whatever that fear is and use that to push you. Break the barrier. Break that barrier. You got to break it. Force yourself to get around that fear and forge ahead. You got to. Because we need you. We need you. We need what you have. We need what you need to say. We need your thoughts. We need your ideas. We need you. We need your strength. We need your ability. We need your words. We need your ear. We need your sight. You know what I'm saying? We need you. We in this world need you. Need you. Need you. It's not a choice. We need you. If we didn't, sweetheart, honey, love, baby, cakes, sugar pie, honey bun, you wouldn't be here. I promise you that. If your role was not important to this life, we need you. So do us the favor. I mean, can we get you? Can I get a little bit of some of you? Can I get some of you? Can we all have some of you? Can we do that? Would you please just bring me off a little piece of you, you know, and what you have to offer? Because, you know, like I said, we can't exist without one another. So give us you. Come forth. Give us some of you. Give us you, you know, in all your glory. In all your glory. Give us you. And I'm telling you, it'll be so rewarding. It will be so rewarding. Okay? That's all I have for you today. That is all I have for you today. And just a little talk about the face here. You know, of course, I did my L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and I believe this is cool, and this is C7 through 8. This is my color. I use the LA Girl Pro concealer in the color Fawn. Of course, like I said, I use my brown pencil. You know, you guys know that the basics. If you don't, then go back to the first live that we did, and you'll get the whole, you know, shebang from the start to the finish. But I went with a smoky eye today. Something simple, soft, you know. So I did my transition color in brown, you know, because I know some people smoky eye, honey, look like they just been punched in it, okay? So we don't want that look. So I went with a soft brown transition color, and then on top of that I did a black, so it can, you know, and blended it into the brown, so it transitions very smoothly. But in my inner corner here, I went with a soft, subtle shimmer tan, and in the corner, so that way, you know, you see right up in there. And then let me see. That's about it. You know, my lip. I think I went with a. What did I go with? It's a Kiss. That's what it is. Kiss chocolate. I lined my lip with chocolate Kiss, and then I did the inner portion of my lip with a caramel. Okay. As you can see, I showed y'all my lashes. You see the tone of my lashes? You see that? It matched my hair, y'all. It matches my hair. The girl is cute. Okay. She stay cute. Y'all already know. Come on now. Y'all know. Y'all know she stay cute. And then my shimmer, my highlight is my, let's see. Here it is. It's my Wet n Wild. You know, Mega Glow. It's called Crown of My Canopy. I don't think it could be named any better than that. It's the color Crown of My Canopy. Okay? So go ahead and get that. But again, you guys, let's break out. Let's break out. Let's break these chains off of our minds, these chains off of our gifts. Let's free ourselves to be ourselves. You understand? I like that. Free yourself to be yourself. Hey, free yourself to be yourself. Okay? Do that for us. Do that for us in this life, in this world. We need you. Give us you. Give us you, okay? Until next week, and we will be back on Tuesday. Tuesday, promise y'all. Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, right here at Beauty by Miss B. This is Midday with Midday Makeover with Beauty by Miss B. And until next week, we love you. We love you for real, okay? We'll see you next time. Peace.